Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. So let's go over, I guess we'll start with the Bojack. So, Bojack only got about 46,000 in volume, down to about a $627,000 market cap, and a couple of last buy orders, and there's really not much volume on top of that. Again, only 46,000. No volume in the last hour. Take a look at Grumpycat. So both Bojack and Grumpycat will have stuff coming out soon. Bojack is likely going to have one thing coming out that people will be able to have fun with in the next, I would say, couple of weeks, definitely before the end of the year. Grumpycat down about 6.6% today, down about $1.1 million market cap, still 123,000 volume. So the average volume is pretty steady. Again, generally a lot more than the Bojack is. OMI, big news yesterday. If you're wondering at all what everyone's talking about, I did a whole 2.5-hour live stream yesterday talking about all of the big things that Veve had announced, such as the new utility, breaking it all down. There's a huge list of stuff going on there. It was pretty much just like a half hour of that, and then the rest of the time really just answering questions. But just on that announcement, we had about 500,000 extra in volume. We have about 1.3 million in volume over the last 24 hours. Over the last 24 hours are only up about 2.9%. We were up at about 20% yesterday, going up to about 00077, 00078, around there. We've settled around about 00072. Again, only up about 2.9% over on the day. And that'll change sporadically. Hopefully the volume stays, but we'll keep y'all posted. And for once, it's actually in line with what's happening in the market. Bitcoin and Ethereum up 2 and 3% respectively. Solana up 1.9. Cardano up 13%. Good for them. And Avalanche up 5.3. Again, Avalanche had kicked Dogecoin out of the top 10 spot a couple of days ago. But as we know, we do not have for the OMI announcements, Veve and OMI have been very selective on when they announce things. They don't tease it anymore. They don't say, oh, we're going to have something around here. It's like, as soon as it's ready to roll out, it rolls out. So that's super exciting. What other stuff that they have to roll out? They might do one other thing in Q1. I'd say the other thing that they didn't really mention, I would say, would be Veveverse stuff. So if you go and you have OMI to accessory or OMI to bronze ticket to accessory, that's another thing that could take out of the circulating supply. Again, even if we don't have that in Q1, that's something we will get at some point. So slow but steady, I'm fine with that. I know that does go kind of the opposite of what Jeremy Paddleworth said yesterday. He was on the podcast yesterday for number 200. He'll be on again at some point in the near future. He did say it is a sprint, not a marathon. So he does want to have a bunch of these things, boom, 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 as quickly as possible. And I'm sure Veve and OMI are working as quickly as possible. But as of right now, it's been slow and steady. Not saying that Jeremy's wrong at all. Again, I would like them to go in sprint, but I also would like them to do things correctly. If they roll something out and it's kind of half-assed, I would have rather them waited, X amount of time until it gets rolled out and it's perfect and there's no bugs, etc., etc. Somebody that I know has a bunch of Veve stuff, I'm not sure how much OMI they have, is Josh Emmett. So Josh Emmett does have a fight this weekend. He's a UFC prize fighter. He has a fight on Saturday on the 16th, one day after my birthday. He's got 115,000 followers over on the Instagram. Not sure how many over on the Twitter, but if you go and take a look at his story, which I had shared as well, you get to take a look at what he's wearing. If you go and you scroll in there, you see he's wearing a Veve sweatshirt. Shout out to him for that. I really hope that he wears that, or at least something Veve related to his entrance music to the fight on Saturday. I think that'd be really fun. Shout out to Phil Duong, who a couple of days ago had said, I kind of want set number 250 for Christmas, and then he finally did it today. He got set 250, so that was an increase of I think 3 sets for him. He finally did it. I'm not 100% sure which ones they were, but again, he did wind up doing that. Shout out to another friend of mine that has Amazing Spider-Man number 14. He has 200 of those. There's a lot of people that are stacking a lot of stuff. More on that in a minute. Friday, December 15th, hang on. No, not that. It's going to be Thursday, tomorrow, December 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Veve is going to be hosting a space for a collector's chat all about this Friday's Star Wars Return. The drop is going to be on the 15th. The space is going to be tomorrow on the 14th. Ooh, the drop is on my birthday. That'll be fun. So go to Veve's account over on X and then hit follow, and then you'll be able to go and listen to that space on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a couple of winners for the 12 days of Veve. Day one was actually won yesterday. I just didn't get a chance to go over it because I had the podcast with Jeremy and then I had the 2.5-hour podcast, really mostly about OMI. But we have Yoshinori, Maggie 0905, Ben SB, Mr. V, Sudi, Texas 023, Callum 11, Future Next NFT, TVS 1978, and Alex and Crypto that had gotten, oh my God, they're getting a lot of really good stuff. Some of the stuff is Yucky Charmer, Gold Secret Rare, Big Bird Secret Rare, House of Cards Secret Rare, House of Dance featuring DJ Octo from the Feesh. That's a couple $100. So these people are getting some really cool stuff. And again, that was just of yesterday. Today's, you have Yoshinori again? No, I just screenshot that. So today's we have Pollock69. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69. Ooh, Stevo239. I know him. Taken out to piss. That's amazing. You have Veve Philosophy. You have Jalamo85. F Sheridan 84. Ling, Shamps, Mr. Dreamer 2000, and Kellyan 808. Oh wow, this person won a Veve logo white and orange ultra rare. Crystal Lord, Tristan Eaton secret rare. I think that most of these things for today are over $100, if not $200. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they have that they're giving away. So again, go on Veve's channel over on X and go and follow all the steps. You'll be put into a thing. They're giving out 120 different things. 20 of them were given away already. There's 10 days left, 10 pieces per day. So you do have a chance. There's 100 things left. Watcher Guru reports that SEC holds meeting with BlackRock to discuss its spot Bitcoin ETF. Guys, there's no question whether it's going to pass or not. They will approve it. It's just we don't know when. Like the judge basically ruled, hey, you have to approve this. But they have until I think like March or whatever. They could approve it this month. They could approve it next month. I don't know when. They're likely going to all approve them. They probably want to wait as close as possible to the halving. But again, we're just not sure on the timeline for that. Remember the other day when the secret rare 350 GT, you know, that Lamborghini was it was like $1,100, and then it went to like $2,400. It's settled down a little bit now at $1,900, but still, you know, again, scarcity is absolute king on Veve right now. Eventually, things that are less scarce, things that are just more readily available, will go and have its day as well. You're just going to need a little bit more users for that. Speaking of people going and getting more users, we have a buddy of mine that is going to spend, I don't know how much on something. He doesn't want to put a ton more into Veve, but he's selling a number 186 Gwen Stacy Common. That's a top 1.2% according to Cherry Charts. Number 187 Tales of Suspense featuring Iron Man. That's again in the top 2%, just because it's such a low mint number. He has a number 111 Ghostbusters he's selling, a number 41 Simba. Comment down below what you would pay for a number 41 Simba. That's not something that you can really calculate. It's like, okay, well, if Simba's going for $30, I don't know how much it's going for, but let's say it's $30 the first appearance. It's a rare, so a sub 100 should be, minimum 6x that, so like 180, but it's a really super popular character, so let's round it up to 200. If you go and look for Simba right now, there's no sub 100 under $400. And again, just because it's listed doesn't mean that it's sold for that. But again, there's certain things that you can calculate up to a point, but for the number 41, it's really whatever someone's willing to pay. But I'm really curious. Comment down below what you think that would be worth or what you'd be willing to pay. Just make sure to specify for that. Oh, and then a 1966 Zophie. That's really heckin' cool. That's the year that Ultraman came out, so that's pretty legit. Anywho, moving on here. Should have probably put this towards the beginning of the video. Veve Viral said two things. I just went ahead and double his MCade bag for Medicaid. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I'm just, reading what he's writing. And then he posts my what I believe are reasonable OMI predictions. So Q1, he thinks that new OMI staking rewards, fine. Q2, OMI to bronze tickets directly. We should get that in Q2 as well. Q3, OMI to NFT. I really would rather see OMI to gem first before OMI to NFT, but we could make both happen. Q4, mainstream CEX. I do think we get a centralized exchange more so towards the middle of the year, not in Q4 of next year. I really think we can get an exchange really close to Q2, like probably Q3, but really, really close to that middle of the year. There's a buddy of mine, or somebody that I know, just Veve Values, that has gone on and just shown off his Obi-Wan stack, having 20, you can't see that. I don't know why my phone does this every time, it goes so light. Having 25 Obi-Wan Kenobi's first appearance. I happen to have one of those as well. It's just one of I think he's a super, like, even though everyone knows who he is and he's great, I feel like people are really, really undervaluing him. I feel like even though he is one of the most powerful Jedi ever, I still think he's underrated. There was a buddy of mine that spent 630 gems constantly going and hitting the buy now button over on the Lamborghini drop the other day. He had to buy a blind box 9 times in order to get the secret rare. So again, that does equate to 630 gems. But it paid off because, again, he, that's worth 1.9 thousand right now. So even if he goes and only nets like 1,500 out of it, he made like $900. So good for him. Jermaine Rogers will be at DesignerCon that is going on this weekend in Anaheim. Debuting at DesignerCon 2023 at booth number 312 is limited quantities available of Choices X Veve collection. So there's a couple of other things that you need to do in order to get these. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but we could look it up right now. He goes on to say, an amazing new release dropping at the upcoming DesignerCon in Anaheim, presenting physical figures of Jermaine's historic first series collab with Veve Official in 2021. After much anticipation, these bunnies are ready to scatter. 8 inches designer vinyl art figures, 5 striking colorways, each figure limited to 250 pieces. A limited quantity of each figure will be available at the booth, number 312, this coming weekend, at the Anaheim Convention Center in California. This may be easiest to snag 1, 2, or the entire set. They are $80 per figure, and a free gift to any buyer owning any Jermaine Rogers digital collectible in their Veve app. So you obviously have to bring your app there. You have to show the proof that you have it. He's not 100% clear on what the gift is going to be, but you are going to get something cool if you have that, if you're going to DesignerCon. Return of the Bulls, Return of the Whale. So Veve Comic Feed goes over and reports that, hey, Marvel Comics number 1, Mint 3001, just sold on Veve. The floor price is now, or at least at the time, was $7,999, or about $8,000. Only 15 listings. And it went from Your Mom Gone Nuts. That's the name of the person's account, but called Your Mom Gone Nuts has gone over, and it was bought by none other than Mr. Pags. We've got to get him back on the podcast again. And that's not the only thing that we see from Mr. Pags today. He had gone over before and said, well, Randy Chavez and Mr. MC1, now that I've been exposed, the wizard might as well come out from behind the curtain. And he goes off and shows the what his OMI balance currently is. He has about 88 million, so he's right around that 100 million mark. He'll get that eventually. He might even get up to 200. He could definitely do that. He could easily go and get more than I have. He could easily go and get 250, 300, however much that he wants. Curious to see exactly what it is. But again, OMI's so cheap right now. It is really hard to go and get a significant amount of OMI without really pumping the price because there's just not a lot of liquidity down here. There is a lot more than there has been over the last few weeks, just because people found out that, hey, you can buy OMI over on on Coinbase Wallet, so it's just a lot easier for people to buy because not a lot of people had known that. But yeah, shout out to Mr. Pags for going in and coming back. Moving on. We have Courtney Rhines going over on the Facebook saying, after you guys crying about not being able to buy a secret rare for a low price, I decided to go back and just get another Miles hoodie, and boom, it's $410. So if this guy wasn't able to get a secret rare Lambo just because it was so much money, and he's like, well, I happen to have a couple hundred extra gems. I might as well go and get something that I know is really good, like Miles Morales. Again, super, super popular. One of the most popular characters on Veve right now. So Epico Regal, I probably should have mentioned this first. Epico Regal has launched their token. I know you could use that in the game. You could actually use OMI in their game. Like, there's actually 4 versions of OMI. There's the Go Chain OMI. There's the wrapped OMI, known as WOMI. There's the one that we know and love, that we have now, the ERC20 OMI. But there's also a Polygon version of OMI that Epico has. And again, I know you can use that in their game to do whatever. They do have an Epico token that literally just went up today, and it's up like 398%. Did I get any of this? No, I did not. Because why? Listen, I played that game. It's fun. It's basically Clash Royale or Clash of Clans, whatever that's called. It's just a different version of it. So it can be fun. You have quick, little matches. If I had any extra money, it would just go into OMI. If that, now some people are going to be like, oh, this is up 398%. I want, they're going to go ape in when it's up, like so much money. There is a chance, because they were trying to attack that the Indian market over there, that if it does take off, yeah, it very well could. I'm not going to go into it. Could it? I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know why it took them so long to really launch this, but it has. So I'll keep you posted on it. Comment down below if there's any more utility that I just don't know about. And yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow.